YouTube, what is up? Alright guys, I'm going to bring you something a little different. I'm just kidding, I say that in all my videos. Someone's giving me a hard time about that. I do always say I'm going to bring you something a little different, because I do. I try to bring you something different every time. So anyway guys, so here's what I'm going with here. Glock 17. Do we really need to say any more about the damn weapon? I mean, dude, it's freaking amazing. Okay, it's amazing. Glock's amazing. It's amazing products. We obviously hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos on how reliable and amazing it is. I've seen the damn thing burn, thrown in ice, dropped off a building, buried for years. And dude, it works every time, guys. It's an accurate weapon. And you got your guys, oh, HD and blah, 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 and SIG, and, you know, okay, yeah, they're all great weapons. We love weapons, okay, and the great ones will stand out, okay, I'll give it to you. Is one more reliable than the other? Is one more accurate than the other? Yeah, well, revolvers are better than automatics. Guys, okay, damn. Find what works for you, go with it. For me, as former military, excuse me, police officer, whatever, Glock is my weapon of choice. Because, simple fact, I never have to worry about the damn thing working. It works every time. Every time. This thing's probably had, God, 10,000 rounds put through it over, hell, I don't know, probably more than that. But it's, I mean, damn thing's 10 years or so. And it's just been an excellent weapon. I don't think it's ever failed me once. Anyway, the reason I'm bringing you this video, enough about the blah blah blahs, let's get down to the meat and potatoes. I just want to show you some of the stuff I added on my Glock. There's a lot of different videos on the shit people put on their weapon. That's cool. I love it. This is me. I don't know. I figure someone maybe say, okay, what is a Jock the Geek like on his gun? Well, I'm about to tell you right now. So that's what this video is about. Even though the Glock never really truly needs any tweakings, I did tweak mine up a little bit. So, here's what we got. Glock 17 9mm. Why do I go with a 9mm as opposed to any other weapon first? Simply because when the zombie apocalypse hits, 9mm is going to be the round of choice. Now I get if you're better with 45, go with 45. I agree with that. I can shoot pretty much both of them anyway, so I don't care. However, 9mm will be our round. There will be plenty of them when the zombie apocalypse kicks off. So that's why I went with the Glock 17. I have about every Glock you can imagine, but this is my primary. If shit kicked off tomorrow, this is the weapon I want, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now what did I do? First off, I had the extended summer, and okay, this is safe, blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Anyway, that drives me crazy. Anybody who handles a weapon, if they're handling it and they haven't safetied it, that doesn't affect anybody really watching this video unless you're watching the next room anyway. Don't get me started. Okay, pisses me off when people say that. Okay, if your gun isn't safe, you're an idiot. Okay. First of all, I had the extended thumb release here. Why did I add that? Well, I figured if stuff's hitting the fan, I want as much little grip out there as I can get a hold of, for the simple fact that you know, if I'm in panic mode, I want to be able to grip on whatever's there. So that's why I added the extended thumb release there. And let me see if you can see that. And you know what I love about this? Everything I added on here was probably all together maybe 20 bucks tops. I mean, you know, that's what's great about Glock, is it's like the Lego of guns, dude. And who doesn't like Legos? You can play with Legos, put them together. I know you play with them when you're a kid, so don't play like you're too cool for Legos. And this is like guns and Legos put into one. Awesome. So anyway, dude, another thing I did, I noticed a lot of you probably noticing the little crayon, and that's exactly what it is. You know, I wish it was something cool, but it's crayon. And why did I add crayon? Well, on the slide, I ain't gonna lie, it just looks badass. I don't know, I think it looks cool, kind of highlighted there. But on the magazine, I did do this for a purpose. Like I told you earlier, I have several Glocks. So I have like my magazines laid up in the gun case. You know, they're all stacked up or whatever. Well, whenever I pull them out, I just have to pull them and look, and I have them different color coded. Now, you do whatever your color code works for you. I did what works for me, which my 9s are red, my 45s are yellow, my other ones are blue. So, you know, it's just whatever. So, Anyway, so I did my 9s in red, and that's pretty awesome. Once I saw that, and the crown's real easy. You just take the crown, grind it in there, and then you take like a credit card and shave it off and wipe it off. And dude, it's in there pretty good. I mean, that stuff doesn't come out. I mean, I probably did this 3 years ago, 2 years ago maybe. I don't know. It's been a couple years for sure. So anyway, that's why I did the crayon. Neat little add-on. On the slide, did it really need it? Probably not, but I did it anyway. What the hell? So let's get on with it. What else did I do? The extended slide release, or already did the slide. The extended magazine release. Basically, this is a 45 magazine release put in a 9mm. This is actually the exact one that goes in Glock. And same thing is like this. If stuff hits the fan, I want to be able to grip something, and it's kind of nice because you don't have to. I don't know. Some of you may have real little hands. Mine are pretty average. But if you got to release, you don't have to cant the gun as much, I guess, whenever you're down range. So it helps pushing that little button there. It just gives you a little more to it. So anyway, that's came in pretty handy. Now at the bottom, the magazine plug. Come on, let's call it butt plug. That's what we all do. Anyway, this just isn't any plug though. It's this is the one that has the cant to it. And once again, in a combat situation when your heart's pumping, you're panicking, this just helps that it helps it slide up in there. I'm doing this looking through a camera, but see how it just helps it slide up in there. And so that's pretty handy. You know, any little assistance to make the gunfight come out in your favor is always a good thing. So anyway, and I also added this grip, and forgive me, I don't know the name of it. If you guys just put in I don't know, sticker Glock grips or sticker hand grips, this will come up. This ain't just, it kind of has the skater tape feel, but it's not skater tape, of course. This is actually cut out for Glock, and it actually comes in pieces. It has a piece here, I want to say maybe the back, and a piece over here. I don't know, maybe not. But anyway, I ended up peeling all of it off because it just feels too bulky when I had it all on there. So I just left the side grips on there. That way I can have something that's kind of cushioned too. But anyway, you can see where my fingers lay. It lays right on that grip. So it works out kind of perfect. I didn't really need it anywhere else. Oh, I think there's two pieces back here too, so whenever you lock back, it gives you something to grip onto. But what I ended up finding out is that works great down here. Up here, not so good. I guess it's smooth, and when the gun gets hot, those pieces they'll kind of can on there, and so I just got rid of them. It makes my gun look stupid. So anyway, slide lock release, I guess, is the proper term, maybe. Slide release, I don't know. Anyway, this little piece here, and once again, check safe. Okay, squeeze some trigger. This little release, and this is probably worth its weight in gold out of all of it. I kind of think this should be standard on a lot because it makes it real easy to take your gun apart. It just gives you more of a grip here to pull down. And God, it's late at night, guys. I always do my videos late at night when I can't think properly straight. Once that's called maybe the slide lock release. Anyway, it's whatever you release to break down your weapon. So anyway, yeah, that's come really, really handy. Secondly, you can't see it, but I put the 3.5 pound trigger installation on there, the little housing or whatever, so that way in the springs and all that. So basically what that's doing is making your 5 pound trigger go to 3.5 pound trigger, so it just makes your trigger pull a little smoother. Some people like the heavier trigger pull. They say it makes it more accurate or whatever. As far as I don't. I like the little light trigger. I don't like to pull as hard, especially whenever you're out the range and you've dumped a lot of rounds down range and your fingers just getting beat up and tired. It's kind of nice having that 3.5 pound on there. Okay, moving along. I think this may be the last piece I've added that's special to it. Let me pop this, standing by. Okay. So anyway, let me see if I can get you zoomed up on that. Oh, there you go. That's a good picture there. All right. These are underwater spring cups. Why do you need underwater spring cups? It just makes your gun a little more accurate underwater. Why the hell do you need those? Well, because they're like $2. And why not, guys? Any spring cups work on those, so the underwaters really don't affect the firing mechanisms at all. and I fired well over 1,000 rounds with these in it, which is my rule. You got to fire 1,000 rounds before I brag on any piece of a weapon or anything like that. So these underwater spring cups are kind of nice because it lets the water get down there, so your firing pin can move back and forth with no problem underwater. Have I tested it? No, I haven't tested it underwater. I'm not that crazy. But it just gives me peace of mind that if I ever do fall in the water and I have to cap someone, why not have the underwater spring cups, right? They're cheap, effective. Hey, why not? So anyway, guys, these are just some of the pieces I added onto mine. I don't know whose name. We picked up these rounds on these dang ranges. You can see it really good on there, though. Or we pick up these magazines, so I must pick these up. Anyway, sorry, just noticed that. So yeah, that's kind of what I've added on here. Is it necessary? Hell no. Is it nice to have? Sure, why not? Are leather seats nice to have in your car? I guess, unless 100 degrees and your ass sticks to it. But anyway, it'd be pretty nice. So anyway, that's what we're looking at. That's what I got going on. Hey, shoot me a message. Let me know what you guys got on your Glocks that you just can't live without, you know. And I'm not, you know, sometimes you need certain stuff like sights for your suppressor and all that. Okay, I'm not so much worried about that. But let me know something that'll be helpful in everyday life. I'm always down to learn, you know, hey, what makes your life easier? Obviously, I do have the glow sights too, the Mepro lights. Man, it's hard to talk late at night. But anyway, the Mepro lights, they're really nice. There's several different combinations and companies you can go with, including Glock even has its own. But the Mepro lights seem to get better reviews online. I don't know. They work good for me, so I ain't worried about it. And like I said, this gun's well over 10 years old. So anyways, if you guys got any questions, rates, comments, do all that stuff down below. Shock to geek out.